2,000 years ago, in a small and quiet corner of the world, a man was born who never held power, never wrote a book, never led an army, yet today billions speak his name. Jesus, a child born in a stable, far from luxury, arriving not among kings but among ordinary people. He grew into a teacher whose words shattered traditions and healed hearts. Love your enemies. Forgive without limits. Bless those who curse you. He touched blind eyes and they opened. He spoke to storms and they obeyed. He fed thousands with almost nothing, and still the world wondered. Were these miracles real, or was the greatest miracle the way he changed people? He chose sacrifice over escape, carrying a cross meant for criminals and transforming it into a symbol of eternal hope. When his followers believed the story was over, an empty tomb proved it had only begun. And even now, centuries later, his message still heals, still restores, still transforms. This isn't just history, it's hope, it's love, it's Jesus. And his story continues today, in every life willing to be changed. Jesus did not build his influence through wealth or armies. Yet his presence drew crowds wherever he walked. People followed him not because he promised luxury, but because he offered something far deeper, restoration. He sat with the broken, ate with the rejected, touched those society refused to touch, and spoke to people who believed they were beyond forgiveness. His stories, simple yet powerful, revealed hidden truths, a lost sheep worth searching for, a lost son worth welcoming home, a wounded traveler worth saving. Every word he spoke carried a message that the kingdom of God was not just in temples or traditions, but alive within every humble heart. His compassion broke barriers, his courage confronted corruption, and his authority baffled those who tried to silence him. Yet even when crowds celebrated him, he walked with humility, knowing a cross awaited him. In his final moments, he prayed not for revenge but for mercy. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And when he rose, he didn't return with anger or triumphal pride. He returned with peace, offering hope to the hopeless and purpose to the lost. That same Jesus continues to call people today, not with thunder or lightning, but with a gentle whisper that speaks to every weary soul. Come to me, and I will give you rest. His story is not confined to ancient pages. It lives in every act of kindness, every moment of forgiveness, every heart transformed by love. The world has changed, empires have fallen, civilizations have risen and disappeared, yet his words remain unshaken, a light shining through darkness, a promise that no matter how deep the night, morning will come. And for millions, his presence is not a memory but a living hope, guiding, healing, and reminding us that we were created for more than fear, more than failure, more than pain. We were created for love, the kind of love he demonstrated, the kind of love that still changes everything. Even after his resurrection, the movement Jesus began did not spread through force or fear, but through transformed lives. Fishermen who became fearless messengers, tax collectors who became servants of truth, and ordinary men and women who carried his message across continents with nothing but faith in their hearts. They faced prisons, storms, rejection, and death, yet they refused to remain silent because they had seen a love greater than fear. This love traveled across mountains, deserts, and oceans, reaching kings and beggars alike. The world tried to erase his name, but every attempt only made the flame burn brighter. And today, in a world full of noise, pressure, and uncertainty, his voice still speaks with the same clarity, reminding the anxious that they're not alone, reminding the lost that they can still return, reminding the broken that healing is possible. His teachings echo in everyday life, in the mother who forgives, the stranger who helps, the friend who stays, the person who chooses kindness when anger would be easier. Jesus is not just a figure of the past. He is a living message of hope for anyone tired of pretending to be strong. He calls us not to be perfect, but to be willing to rise again, to forgive again, to love again. And when the world feels cold, when hearts feel heavy, and when life feels overwhelming, his story reminds us that even the darkest Friday can turn into a resurrection Sunday. This is the power of his journey, a power that outlives time, outshines darkness, and outlives every struggle we face. His story continues, not in museums or monuments, but in the quiet places of the heart, calling each of us toward a life filled with purpose, peace, and a love that never fails.